Okay, I want to welcome everybody tonight. I'm so happy that you guys decided to join us just for a few minutes to go over our products that we call our Fab Five. And my name is Brandy Walker. I'm a Diamond Ambassador with Plexus, and I've been with the company for about 6.5 years now. And honestly, these are my absolute favorite calls to do. I just get like giddy. I just nerd out on like ingredients and how the products work. And mostly because they've completely changed my life. When I started Plexus, like I said, 6.5 years ago, I had fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue, severe IBS with horrible constipation, bloating, PMS, just aches and pains. It was just, honestly, I was a hot mess. I was 44 years old when I started the products, and I kept going back to my doctor, and she's like, "Oh, you're just, kind of getting to that age, and I'm sorry, this is just, what you're going to have to deal with." My periods were horrible. Like I was curled up in kind of the fetal position every month for at least 2 days. And I started thinking, I'm like, I cannot live like this. This is not how, you know, life is supposed to be. I was working out 5, sometimes 6 days a week. I did CrossFit. I was road biking, running. I was gluten-free, dairy-free. Oh my goodness, I was taking some other supplements. I was doing all the things, and I was juicing. Forgot that. Green smoothies, anything that you can think of that's supposed to help your health, I was doing it. And I was not getting any better. I was actually getting worse. And I just couldn't figure it out. I also had a lot of bladder infections, and I had kind of had those for several years at that time. So the kicker was when I went to an Italian, because we were stationed overseas at the time, an Italian doctor who told me that I needed to have a probiotic and not any more antibiotics. And I thought, I've seen my friend posting about these products. And so, I was really skeptical, but when I had a doctor actually tell me that I needed probiotics to get rid of my bladder infections, like that really piqued my interest. So I just want to go over some of the products that I started out with, that these have literally changed my life. And so our first product is Plexus Slim. So this is our Hunger Control Slim. We actually have 2 different kinds, Hunger Control and our Microbiome Activating Slim. And these are different flavors. So the microbiome is raspberry, lemon, and watermelon. And it's really the only difference in these is the prebiotic that's in it. And this one is blood orange, lemon, and lime flavor. And so these, they actually both taste really good. It's not anything that you're going to be like, oh, that's so gross. I'm always very, very skeptical of like weird flavors. And so when we first got it, I made my husband try it, and he drank it up, and he was like, I don't know, it's good, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be expecting, but it's not. It's just a good, fresh, clean flavor, kind of a mild flavor. And so it really kind of just depends on what your preference is as far as the flavor goes, but they kind of do a little bit different things. They both are going to help balance your blood sugar. And I'm letting a couple people in right here. Sorry. Okay. These both are going to help balance your blood sugar. And like I said, the main difference is that they have 2 different prebiotics in them. And one is called XOS, which is in this slim, and it's really going to help your bowel movements. It's got that fiber, and it's just it also helps burn belly fat. And the Hunger Control has polydextrose in it. This is going to help you feel fuller longer, and that's one of the reasons it's called Hunger Control Slim. It has so many more health benefits just besides weight loss. I don't want you to get hung up on that. If you're worried, maybe you're thin and you don't really need to lose any weight. Plexus, these products are going to do what your body needs it to do. It's all about balance. And so let's just talk a little bit about what these products do. So they're going to help balance your blood sugar. And, I know you hear people talking about insulin all the time, and insulin is actually your body's master hormone. And so when your insulin levels are in focus, your body's just going to function more effectively. Everything's going to work better. You know, all those PMS symptoms, that bloating, maybe headaches or inflammation, it's going to help all those things. It's also going to help when you have balanced blood sugar. It's going to help your mood. I definitely noticed that I was just happier and more cheerful, definitely had more energy, better sleep. You know, you always say I sleep like my husband because he can just lay down and go to sleep and doesn't wake up all night. And excuse me, before Plexus, I could fall asleep on the couch at 7 o'clock, but by, 1 o'clock in the morning, I was awake for 3 or 4 hours. And so I don't do that anymore. I sleep very soundly. And that's a huge part of that is because I have balanced blood sugars. And, if you ever have had, having to get up and go potty or, whatever you want to call it, go potty all night, 3 or 4 times, that's because your blood sugar is probably too high and you need to balance those blood sugars. So another thing it's helping with is if your blood sugar is out of balance, it can cause you to have metabolic syndrome, which is, you're going to have elevated LDL cholesterol, you're going to have inflammation, maybe elevated blood pressure, fatigue, and that abdominal weight gain. These products are definitely going to help with that. So the main ingredients in these products are beetroot extract. Sorry, I'm trying to let somebody in. Beetroot extract, sweet potato, radish, cherry, and apple. Their flavors are the real raspberry, lemon, watermelon. So there's nothing artificial. It's even sweetened by stevia, so it'll taste sweet, but it's not sugar. It's non-GMO, vegetarian, and of course it has those prebiotics that are going to give you that super happy gut. And that's one of my favorite parts about it. So you definitely want to start out with slim if that's your goal is, any of those things we talked about. So, okay, our next product is literally my product that I cannot live without, y'all. If I never made another dime of Plexus, I would totally keep buying this product because it has changed my life. When I say that, I had IBS with constipation when I first started Plexus, it was severe. I looked like I was 6 months pregnant and I had tried literally everything, y'all. I was, like I said, I was doing those green smoothies, juicing, taking all kinds of fiber. I was eating anything you can imagine. And my stomach just got bigger and bigger and bigger. I could not poop. And I know that might be TMI for some people, but for me, this product literally changed my life. So most people are going to carry around between 5 and 20 excess pounds of waste in your intestines. And y'all, that's pretty miserable. If you're carrying around 20 pounds of weight, like that's more than a baby weighs. So that's more than what you would have in your belly being pregnant. And if you can only imagine, that's gonna, like if you have PMS or you have cramps, think about all that poop is just surrounding all your organs. And so nothing is going to work right. And you always have to drink a lot of water with Biocleanse, really with any product, because it just is going to help your body release those toxins. But this product is absolutely amazing. Most people should be having between 2 to 3 healthy bowel movements every day. If you're eating 2 to 3 meals or more, and you're only having one bowel movement or worse, like no bowel movements, where do you think that food stays? It just stays right in your gut, and then it gets reabsorbed into your bloodstream. And that's where you'll hear the term leaky gut. So a lot of times those toxins that you really should be pooping out are just going back into your body. And that's probably why for me, I was having migraines, fibromyalgia. My body literally just hurt. My husband would go, just touch my leg and I would just jump because I was just in pain all the time. And it's just crazy whenever you get all that poop out, your body just wakes up and you just start feeling so much better, lighter, and just again, just happier. A lot of products like Miralax, I know that probably some of you have probably even been prescribed Miralax for constipation. That Miralax contains, I can never say this word right, polyethanol, I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, polyethylene glycol. So that's the active ingredient in Miralax that causes water just to kind of go into your be absorbed into your intestines, and it allows the stool to soften up. But the problem with that is it's the same chemical that's used in antifreeze. And so I don't know about you, but I don't really want that going in my body. And I would never want to give that to my children or really anybody I know. So I know that most of the time when you go to the doctor for constipation, that's the first thing that they're going to do, or for any kind of belly pain, that's the first thing they're going to do is give you Miralax. Um, I honestly had never tried Miralax, but I know a lot of people that have, and a lot of people that have had to give it to their children. And this product, y'all, there's so many testimonies about it just being life-changing. And it can help people even that have diarrhea. Like I said, it's going to help balance your gut. It's got magnesium in it, and that's one of the main minerals that your body needs for so many processes. So if you've got migraines or leg cramps, anxiety, there's so many things that magnesium is good for. So the two main ingredients in this product are of course magnesium and vitamin C. So who couldn't use more vitamin C? I mean, it's just an amazing product. So make sure that you take this product so you can stay regular. And then we always recommend pairing this product, Biocleanse, with our Probio 5. So this is our flagship probiotic. We do have another probiotic, but we're not going to go over that one right on this call. We always say taking Biocleanse without Probio 5 is like scrubbing the toilet without flushing. And so it's like kind of like a Batman Robin kind of thing. You want to take these products together. So Probio 5, it's so, y'all, I've taken so many probiotics over the years. Always heard that they were really good for your health, and I would take them, and again, I would just feel 6-7 months pregnant. It just never did anything for me, and partly probably because I wasn't taking Biocleanse with it to help. Maybe it killed off toxins, but they were just sitting in my gut, and you have to get rid of those toxins. So this one is so awesome because it doesn't contain just probiotics. It's got enzymes. So it's, and again, this is another word that I never pronounce right, but it's chitosanase. I totally butchered that, but it's an enzyme that breaks down the exoskeleton in your gut. So all these toxins, it's like the outer wall of the yeast in our gut. And this product helps break those down. So it's got digestive enzymes. It's got, sorry, I just went blank. It's got digestive enzymes that are going to help also break down those yeast and toxins. So you want to take this, you can start out with 1 Probio 5 and work your way all the way up to 4. And if you've had like yeast infections or bloating or any kind of gut issue, sugar cravings, this product is amazing for that. So it's got several powerful strains, and I've got a list here that I'm going to read off to you guys. Bacillus coagulans is a powerful probiotic strain that fights off viruses and pathogens. So that's a really great strain to have. And it also helps with IBS. The Lactobacillus acidophilus, it's vital to human health. And that one also helps viral, bacterial, and fungal infections. It also helps reduce allergies, as well as helps to heal the digestive tract. And if you maybe you're dealing with seasonal allergies. I used to have constant sinus infections. I forgot to mention that. It was kind of another lovely thing that I dealt with. You guys haven't had a sinus infection in 6.5 years, not even one. And I don't even, rarely do I get those sinus headaches. I mean, we lived down here in the South, and we moved away for a few years and we came back. But I notice if I skip my Probio 5, it's almost like taking an allergy medication for me because those sinus headaches come back. So I really try not to miss my Probio 5. There's several other strains that are in there. The Saccharomyces boulardii, it helps to fight off disease. which causes bacteria and yeast in the gut. And y'all, if you know anything about bacteria and yeast in the gut, you need certain strains to help kill those, and not all probiotics have them. And we have a couple more, but those are the main ones in Probiotic 5. You do not need to refrigerate this, which is amazing for like travel or just, keep them by your toothbrush at night. So that's another tip. I always take these two products at night before bed. There's not a one size fits all, so you can really take them however it fits you, but probiotics really need to be taken at night before bed, so that, because they do have those digestive enzymes in there, and if you take them, say, with food, then they're going to be working on digesting that food and not trying to break down the yeast and toxins. So that's why we suggest taking this Probiotic 5 at night before bed. Some people take Biocleanse in the morning, like between breakfast and lunch, and then again between lunch and dinner. That's fine for people probably that have more diarrhea. But for me, I have more constipation. And so taking it during the daytime made me a little bit more bloated. But if I take it at night before bed, it's literally like clockwork. I'm going to go first thing in the morning, and there's no, it doesn't have any bloating or anything. So that's just kind of a trick that I learned with these products. If you do have any kind of thyroid issue and you're taking thyroid medication, just make sure that you separate not just any Plexus product, but any supplement by a couple of hours, 2 to 3 hours. And we have tons of people who take these products specifically for thyroid issues, and it helps tremendously. So those are the 3 products that I have. And Kay Nowacek, she's an Emerald Ambassador, and she's going to talk to us about a couple of other products.
Yes, thanks, Brandy. So like Brandy said, I'm an Emerald Ambassador. I have been with Plexus about 5.5 years. And the 3 products that Brandy shared, the Triplex, is what I started with. I started Plexus for a whole nother reason than Brandy did. For me, I was teaching middle school, and I was suffering from 3 or 4 migraines a week. And my migraines would be, I would lose my eyesight, and I had about 15 minutes before the pain started. So you can imagine how wonderful that was, teaching middle school students, not being able to see them and then getting the bad headache. So the reason that I started with Triplex was because of one of the major ingredients in Slim that piqued my interest was chromium, and definitely the magnesium in the Biocleanse. But like I said, those were the 3 that I started with, and have since added on a few more. And I'm going to talk about 3 more tonight. And the first one is our X Factor Plus, which is our multivitamin. Everybody needs to take a multivitamin, right? I mean, I've taken multivitamins my entire life, but I also would take them, get sick to my stomach, not feel a difference, try every kind on the shelf. They would make where I couldn't go to the bathroom, so many things. And I never stuck with it because I didn't feel the difference. And that is the major thing that makes our vitamin different. And I wrote down a few things too, so I would kind of stay on track. But there's so many different reasons why we don't get what we need, right? Soil depletion. Our body might just be because of other issues that are going on, poor absorption. But this definitely fills in all those gaps, and it's made with bioavailable, very readily bioavailable vitamins, which means they're easily absorbable for us, and our bodies don't have to do a bunch of work to get them in. So this one has, and I'm put this down, it has 19 essential vitamins and minerals, 100% recommended daily allowance of those. And it also contains aloe. If you have any issues with absorption or any issues just with your stomach, this can be very calming and help with that absorption. A lot of people have always asked about iron in our vitamin. It does not specifically have iron, but it does have New Zealand blackcurrant, which it helps with the absorption, and it's a natural source of iron. So that's where you're gonna get your iron source in. And if you actually look at one of these, they're green because they have natural chlorophyll in them. One of the things that's also in here, which is not in a lot of vitamins, are called polyphenols. And polyphenols actually help fight free radicals. So that oxidation that occurs in your body where you start aging and your body organs start causing to get disease, that's from oxidation. And these polyphenols that are in here help fight that. Okay, so it's gonna help your microbiome in a positive way and help reduce inflammation, which we all know what inflammation does to our bodies. Besides that, right, all the wonderful things it does, you can tell the difference. This is the first vitamin in my entire life that I've stuck with for more than, actually, I don't even know if I've ever finished a bottle of vitamins, but it is one that I stick with and I take every single day because I can tell the difference. I take 2 of these every day at lunch. These are best taken with food because when you eat food, it causes your pH in your stomach to change and it boosts your body's ability to absorb nutrients and minerals. So this is best taken with food. However, if you do have like a sensitive stomach, I definitely have a sensitive stomach. And like I said, there were so many vitamins I would immediately throw back up. These don't bother me with food, but if you do find they do, there's absolutely no reason to take, well, you can't take one with like breakfast and another later in the day. And we also do have another vitamin X factor that if you are just starting out and know that you have some stomach issues, it's just a little easier on the stomach to start with. When I first started Plexus and all we had was X Factor, not the X Factor Plus, I used to take it on an empty stomach and never have an issue. So it's definitely very, very, very gentle to your stomach. So then the second thing that I'm going to share is MegaX. And this is basically for heart health. I started this because my dad, I have a history of heart disease on my father's side. I have every relative on up has had some heart disease or passed away or has had bypass surgeries, anything. So, and I've always suffered with high cholesterol. So this was one thing that piqued my interest. I knew I needed omegas, but I didn't really know that much about them, but it said heart health on it. So I bought it basically. And then I went ahead and I started learning stuff about it. So our bodies don't produce the essential fatty acids we need. And most of us are going to get our omega-6s from the diet that we eat. However, omega-3s, which are just as important, most humans, most Americans do not get in their what they eat daily. And not only is it important to get both of them, but the ratio of omegas 3 and 6 is just as important as having both of them. So most people hear about omega-3s in fish oil, right? So everyone thinks, oh, I'm going to have to find a fish oil omega to take because I need my omega-3s. This is plant-based, so no icky fish burps. This comes from, they get it from, and I wrote this down, the ahi flower, avocado oils, broccoli seed oils, and raspberry seed oils. So we get our omega-3s without having to have those after we swallow them, fishy burps. And this is the only omega on the market that has a full spectrum, which means it has omegas 3, 6, 9, 5, and 7, which a lot of them don't. So you're getting your full spectrum of omegas here. And the reason it's important to have 5 and 7 is omega-5s help with fighting bacteria on the epithelial layer of your skin, and omega-7s help you sleep. So you are going to hear a bunch of people talk about this being the best sleep aid ever. I take 2 of these every single night with my ProBio 5, and it has definitely improved my sleep for sure. And then the last one that I want to talk about, and this is our brand new product, Immune Plus. I was kind of excited when we first announced this product because I grew up being told that I just had a weak and terrible immune system my whole life. Basically, I was always on antibiotics. I always had bronchitis and sinus infections and allergies and every single thing under the sun. I remember most of my life having antibiotics in the refrigerator when I was a child. And that's just the way it was. I was going to get sick all the time. And so when this came out that there was a way to boost my immunity and boost my immune system, I jumped on board. Is there anybody on here that takes this? Anyone? Okay, because this is relatively new. but I take this and I take 2 of these every day with my X Factor Plus. And there really isn't, ingredient wise, there really isn't a right time to take these. But it's just where it fits best in your day. But for me, it fits best in my day to take them when I'm taking my X Factor Plus, because then I just remember to take them together. But you take 2 of these each day. When I was feeling a little sick, I travel a lot. And so these are one thing that I don't forget. And when I am going to travel, I up these. I'll take 4 in a day if I know a trip is coming up, or if I've been exposed to someone with a bug, or whatever it might be, if I feel that I'm coming down with something. But the great thing is not only can this help keep your immune system strong, but it can help you if you're getting sick. So just a couple of things about this. This is really a superfood blend. It's got 29 fruits, vegetables, and herbs that have been shown to strengthen your immune system. I just found this out today, 5 major types of free radicals in the body, and this targets all 5. So they definitely did their homework on this one. It works 3 ways. So the first way is a couple of the things that are in here: black rice extract, mushroom extracts, and antioxidants stimulate your body's immune system. So it starts stimulating those natural defenses. And then it has vitamin C and andrographis. That's another one I had to look up today. Andrographis to support your immune system. Then it also has prebiotics, which are the food that feed on the good bacteria in your stomach. So it's for good microbes for actual overall health. So andrographis that I looked up today, this has been around for years and has been used to treat cancer, arthritis, allergies, heart disease, infections. So many of the things that are in here, if you look them up, there are scientifically validated ways that these have helped so many things. And one of the other little tidbits is that this also promotes nitric oxide production, which what this is it opens up, it's a vasodilator. It relaxes your muscles and opens your blood vessels. So it actually can lower your blood pressure. So those are all lots of extra tidbits to these.
Oh, sorry, I had to unmute myself.
It's okay.
Okay.
So that's a lot of information. I learned a few things new today, and it got me really excited about a couple of these products.
Yeah, like I said, I'm a ingredient nerd, so I'm constantly studying, and like, I don't know, y'all, I'm weird. I wake up in the middle of the night sometimes and be like, oh, that ingredient, and I'll have to go look it up. It's a weird problem, but that's why I love Plexus so much, because these products, I actually served on the product board for 2 years, and I saw how the products were formulated, and I saw how much, went into it, and how much they, study each and every ingredient that they allow in these products. So it's not like just, some fly by night of the company that they're just allowing whatever to go in our products. They are very, very, very picky about what goes into each product. And so, and really, I mean, over 6.5 years, I mean, I see that getting even more and more. Every time we come out with a product, it's even better. So it's pretty exciting. So anyway, I hope you guys learned a little something, and we're going to stop the recording shortly, and we'll be posting it on our Gut Health and Happiness page. So you feel free to tag your friends in the video, or we can also just save it and send it to you as well if you need it. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great evening.
Thanks, Brandy.
Yes. All right. Bye, guys. I gotta stop recording.